Blessings! Thank you for all who have liked, shared, subscribed, and have asked me to do readings for you. It is my passion as well as my life path to do these readings. And thanks for asking me to do 2016 because I'm doing these before December of 2015. And yeah, you see the light moving, and that was my computer. I have my computer open in front of me, and I've just done the 2016s, and I did them using my tarot. I did an intuitive reading, and now I'm going to go back and give a little bit more of the planetary aspects, because 2016 is going to be a very challenging year. Okay, it's going to be a very challenging year for all of us. Okay, because we have some big heavy-duty planetary that's going on. Okay, we have our retrogrades. You know, our retrogrades are going back over and you know, forcing us to redo, you know, to revisit. And we have the usual Mercury retrogrades in January, May, and December, and electrical mechanical communication breakdown that is, you know, to be aware of in the months of okay, now Mercury in January will go retrograde on the 6th and go direct on the 26th. So that's pretty much the whole month of January. And then April 29th, it will go retrograde until May the 23rd. So pretty much the whole month of May and a little bit of April will be retrograde. And then in December, it will go retrograde on the 19th. So, electrical, mechanical, communication breakdowns, beware of January, May, and December. Then you have Mars going retrograde. Mars goes retrograde in April, and that will be in Sagittarius. Okay, and it will go direct in June in Scorpio. So Mars, that fun-loving, okay, well, Mars, you know, is war, aggression in Sagittarius is fun-loving, but then when it's going into Scorpio, that's that deep, dark, secretive, and Mars retrograde is known for assassinations and destruction. Okay, more Mars, you know, the war, anger, aggression. All right, and is it going to come in, you know, in from behind? You know, is when you're talking about assassinations, is it going to be from the front? You know, Sagittarius, I would say so, more straightforward, and Scorpio, I would say more behind the scenes. Okay, so that's April until June. April 18th until June the 30th, that is Mars. And then we have Jupiter going retrograde, and Jupiter is going retrograde January 8th until May the 10th, and that's in Virgo. And Jupiter retrograde lends to obsessive mental illness. And we know how Virgo is the organized, analytical. So please do not drive yourself crazy with that Virgo retrograde. Okay? Genius hinges on insanity only when you're not true to yourself. So if you're getting brilliant flashes of inspiration, write them down and analyze them at another time. Okay? Don't obsess over them at this point. Just write the information down, and afterwards you can see it a little bit clearer. Okay, so January to May, Jupiter is retrograde. Then we have Saturn. Saturn is retrograde from March the 25th, and that is also in Sagittarius, and it's going to go direct on August the 13th, again at 9 degrees of Sagittarius. So I'm just looking here to see how close the degrees are with Mars and Saturn. You know, meaning that they are both going retrograde, and there is going to be a point in there that I'm seeing where they, well, that's 8. No, sorry. Good. Good. There's not as much chaos and destruction as I was thinking. Great thing. Okay. So, where were we? That was that Saturn, that was the teacher. And that is associated with loss, depression, and pain. So Saturn, that teacher in Sagittarius from March until August. Okay, don't be having too much fun. You go out and you have too much fun. Saturn is definitely going to be teaching you a lesson, okay? Wherever it falls in your house, I say everybody should have a treasure map to your soul, and that is your astrological birth chart. So when you know your chart, you know yourself. When you know where the planets are transiting, you know where they're hitting you, in what house they're hitting you. Like Saturn is going to be hitting me in my 9th house. You know, my long distance travel, my higher learning, my spiritual quests. Yeah, I'm going to continue learning the occult arts because learning them makes so much more sense in my life. Okay, Uranus. Uranus is going to be going retrograde September the 1st, 24 degrees of Aries, and it will go direct on December the 29th at 20 degrees of Aries. Now, when Uranus is retrograde, that's more the individual, the nonconformist. It's like, no, I'm going to be me. I don't care how painful it is. I'm going to be me. I'm going to use my inspiration to enlighten others also. Okay, so depending on how tight you hold on to your mindset, all right, if it's like your way or the highway, yeah, you might have a problem with that. You know, you want to blend in there a little bit. You don't want to be just, well, it's in Aries, so sometimes Aries can be a little bit, I can't say bullheaded. Can't say bullheaded because Aries, it's like, oh, start out the block and bam, bam. You know, it's Aries that ram. Bam, bam, bam. How many times do you ram yourself into that brick wall? So, yeah, don't ram yourself into that brick wall too many times. Maybe you can find a way to go around that wall instead of ramming it all the time. All right. So then we have Neptune, and Neptune is retrograde June, and that will be June the 14th until November the 20th. And during the Neptune retrograde, the truth is revealed. So I'm feeling at the end of the year that it's going to be much better. That even though there is going to be mass upheaval, okay, migrations of people, the earth changes increasing, all right, I do see that out of tragedy people come together in love. And I do see at the end of the year it's going to be a whole lot better. There's going to be a lot of things that are going to be revealed. Now, Pluto is retrograde from April until September, April 18th until September the 28th, and that is in Capricorn. And that's, dealing with our inner fears. Is everything going to turn out? Now, Pluto and Capricorn, Pluto is that death, that transformation. And Capricorn is government. A lot of us are concerned about our government. Oh, now what was I just saying about September? Yeah, retrograde, going back over it, and it's going to be right before our elections. in the United States. So there's going to be a lot of things that are going to be revealed. A lot of things that are going to be revealed. So the important thing is to keep your faith this year coming. Even though there's going to be challenges, there's going to be challenges with everyone. Okay? Some, this is gonna, 2016 is going to weed the men from the boys. All right? It's going to separate the women from the girls, the doers from the not doers, okay? The liars from the truthful people, all right? There's going to be a separation and divide, and many things are going to be exposed. So keep your high moral grounds, okay? Why play their game when you remember that threefold law? One finger pointed out, three folded back in judgment. Okay? What's your reward? Okay? Are you getting those blessings because you have been, let me help you. Let me help you. Or are you in judgment of? If you've been in judgment of, this year's going to be the bitch slap year. Okay? So, I thank you all. If any of you would like a personal reading, I would most love to do it. What I do is look at your birth chart and I go over it. And then I go over the transits where they are right now. And I record it and upload it to YouTube. So only you can go back and look at it. And every time you will look at it, you will hear more and more. I like to record. I like to put it, and then you can go back and listen. Because when I counsel, you can't remember everything I say. So I like to record so you can go back and listen to it 3 months later, 6 months later, a year, we will always hear more. And you will hear what you're supposed to. Remember, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. So, bless you 2016. And they're coming. Woohoo! Mystic GLoLady here. Hello, Sagittarius. How are you? This is a divinatory reading for 2016. And what I'm going to do is throw 3 cards for each month and give you an idea of the planetary energies that's coming up. So I surround us with a divine white light. What comes through me is not of me, and we just have a good time. So, are you ready? You're ready to see what's up in 2016? I know that there's a few signs that are having some challenges, and are you going to have those challenges too? So, let's find out. Starting it off, we have the Three of Swords, the Sorrow. You have the Princess of Pentacles, and you have the Hierophant. I just got done speaking to Scorpio about the pain, okay? Where is that pain in your life that you need to address? All right? Are you giving too much money away? Are you giving too much energy away? Sagittarius likes to go out and have a whole lot of fun. And Saturn, that teacher, the Lord of Karma, is in your sign. And Saturn's going to be there. Saturn's there, 2.5 years in each sign. And it's going to be going retrograde this year. So learning your lessons is going to be very, very important. All right? Pain is optional. Go into yourself in January. Take that sabbatical and see where your energy drains are going. All right? Are you giving away too much money? Are you giving away too much time? All right? right? When we are, it has to be an exchange of. An exchange, you know, you want something, you're paying money for it. It's an exchange of. Same thing with energy. When you give too much energy, you have to have an exchange. Because when you give too much, you're depleting yourself. All right? So go into yourself in January and think about, where are my drains? Where am I giving and getting no return? Okay, so that's January. So, February, Prince of Pentacles, Two of Swords, the Peace Restored, and the Eight of Wands, the Swiftness. So, in February, you have done that, you know, go in, where am I giving too much? Where is too much energy going? Okay, that's January. Now, February, okay, you have figured out where, and you are starting to multiply more into you because you have identified where that hole was and you have plugged it, and now good things are coming in and filling up that swimming pool where it was leaking out before. All right, so that is in February. Okay, learn what you need to learn in January, because February is going to come and it's going to be, oh, okay, cool, I'm on the right track. All right, so March. In March, you have Temperance, you have Ace of Pentacles, and you have the Empress. Okay, as I was saying, okay, there's new birth, new beginnings, new creations, you know, keeping that balance. You know, are you keeping that balance? Are you keeping that energy exchange so that it keeps, you know, it keeps flowing? All right, give to get, but don't give without getting, or you're going to have that empty swimming pool. And what's an empty swimming pool for? Alright, you really can't have a whole lot of fun in an empty swimming pool unless you have a skateboard, you know, and then you need some ramps and the whole 9 yards, and, you know, so new beginnings, new creations, new money coming in March. Don't keep focusing on those don't haves, you know, find out where that hole is, fill it, because you're going to have. Alright, so let us see in April. April 2016 for Sagittarius. What do we have? Ace of Pentacles. See, there's new beginnings with money coming, you know. Here you have the King of Wands, you know, new beginnings with work. And I have to do this because it came up, all right? You know, usually it's 3 cards, Wheel of Fortune, but the High Priestess wanted to come in there too. All right, so April. If you keep on that even keel and you figure out, all right, figure out where that hole needs to be plugged, April, it's going to be coming around. You know, what goes around comes around. You have the power. The money is coming in there. All right, think about it, what you need to do in January, and I see good things coming to you. All right, you know, faith the size of a mustard seed can move a mountain, but you have to bring the shovel. All right, you want some miracles going on in your life? Well, believe that miracles do happen, because I'm seeing good stuff coming to you. Even though Saturn, you know, that teacher is banging on you, I still see good things coming. Okay, Saturn's banging, but you have good angles to Uranus and Aries. All right, what are those inspirational ideas that you have that you can bring out? Why are you holding them in? bring them out. You know, Saturn, Uranus, trine, yeah, you have some good inspirational. What are those lessons that have taught you that you can take and teach others? All right. So, in May, Six of Swords, the earned success. Six lovers. Woo-hoo-hoo. And then you have the Nine of Cups, the material happiness. You started out on the right track in January, and good things are definitely coming to you. Okay, May, that emotional happiness, is that a new relationship that is coming in because you got rid of what wasn't working? Is that a bettering of the communications with your relationships that you do have? Okay, I'm a firm believer in learning your astrological birth charts, because when you learn the astrological birth chart of yourself, you know yourself. If you learn the astrological birth chart of other people, you learn how you relate. You learn not to take it personal, because that's just that personal, or that person being themselves. Okay, you know, is that person that you have in your life there for a karmic relationship to learn to move on, or is it a life partner? Okay, is it your twin flame? Okay, so June, we have the Eight of Swords, the shortened force. We have the King of Pentacles. That King of Pentacles is hopping up a lot. Prince of Swords. So, what are you fixing? What are you fixing in June? Alright, there's lots of things that you can, that you're good at. You're adaptable, okay? You're one of those mutable signs. You are adaptable. What can you change in the healthcare industry? Alright, you know you've had some pain. Are some of you going to be writing that book about how you got rid of that pain, how you use that pain to transform your life? All right. I still see good things coming. Yes, you know, we have to work. You know, it's peace is ever vigilance. All right. We have to be the ones who are proactive. We cannot sit back and allow, okay, well, okay, so you can sit back and allow others to totally control your lives, and then it gives you good reason to complain, or, or you can do something about it. You know, do you complain, or do you take your complaints to a higher level? Do you do something about those complaints? So, we have July, and Nine of Wands, the Great Strength, the Queen of Wands, and Nine of Swords, Despair and Cruelty. So, as I was saying, okay, those of you who are working to fix things, it's going to be a good year for you if you are actively working to fix the things in your life, and not just your life, but in the world that are not working. All right? We need more people to be proactive. We need people to identify the problems and then to find the solutions. All right? If you're one of those who just always complains, and that's all you do with your energy, and you don't do, you know, what can I do to make a difference? If you're one of those complainers, yeah, you might not be happy next year. You might have a lot. Well, no, okay. If you're one of those complainers, you might have a lot to complain about. Okay? If you're not willing to work towards change, you know, and transformation, then, you're probably going to have a hard time next year. All right, just to let you know. All right, next year is a work on you. You know, it's Saturn's that teacher. It's on you. Okay, and it's saying change and transform, or learn that lesson, and it's gonna be more painful every time you have to learn that same lesson. All right, you know, in math, you know, when we're starting out school and 1 + 1, and it's easy, you know, and each lesson will get more difficult. Okay, it will get harder if we don't learn the basics. If we learn the basics, then it's easy. Okay? Learn those basics, and then it's easy. But if you don't learn, it's going to be more painful. Okay? So, we're coming up to September, and you have the 8 of Wands. Swiftness. The universe. And you have the 2 of Wands, the Dominion. As I said, it's a whole lot of work. You know, it's a whole lot of work. But with work, there is reward. It's not like you're working for no reward. It's not like you're working and it's, you know, it's wasted energy. No. 2016, it's going to be some hard work, but how do you build a castle? You think it's easy to build a castle? You know, it's hard work. 1 block at a time, and that's what you have to look at. 1 block at a time. All right, which block are you working on today? You know, which block are you working on in 2016? All right. In October, you have the 9 of Swords, the despair and cruelty. You have the 5 of Pentacles, the material trouble. And you also have the 7 of Pentacles, the success unfulfilled. Those of you who have not paid attention and have worked upon yourself and had changed what needed to be changed, by October, it's going to be one of those karmic bitch slaps. All right? So, do what needs to be done. Get yourself balanced. Don't blow too much money. You know, save up for October. All right? October is going to be a transitional month for you. And how much pain is it going to cost you? Or have you learned to go with the flow? All right, that's a biggie. You know, that's a biggie. You know, how do you choose to see your world? All right, are you just looking at it from your point of view, or you know, are you looking at it from the bird's point of view? Are you looking at it from the people's point of view who are looking up? What point of view are you looking to see your world? All right, so November, King of Wands, Universe, and Peace Restored. So, as I was saying, okay, October might be a little one to throw you off your pedestal. For those of you who haven't been down, you know, doing the work, you know, yeah, you'll probably get thrown off the pedestal in October. But November, okay, you want to get back up there, or do you want to build a new chair? Are you building a high chair, or are you building a throne? Okay, because that's what's coming in after you get changed and transformed. You know, what's going on in October? November is going to be like, oh, I can reap my reward. All right, so to finish it up, in December, let us see what energy we have to work with. And you have the Queen of Pentacles. You have, the 9 of Cups, material happiness. And you also have the 8 of Wands, the swiftness. So, to finish out the year, all right, to finish out the year, you can keep on that high keel. You can keep on that good emotional plane. I see, October as being the most trying month for you. But I see most of 2016 being a good year for you if you choose to do a little bit of work. All right, yes, a little bit of work. Not everybody likes to do work, but work is what will grow the plants. Work is what how you build a house. Work is how you clean the house. Doing something and not just waiting for someone to do for you, to you. All right? It's your action. All right? One finger pointed out in judgment, three folded back. What are you doing? Are you looking in judgment? Are you looking in judgment? Or are you doing something good for your life? Okay? Not just your life, but for others. You have a lot of really good stuff coming to you in 2016 if you choose to work for it. So, Sagittarius, see you, love you, bye.